we go. No. Yes. Alright. Yeah. It's about time I do this. The stream won't be too terribly long, but, yeah, I think it's about time I do one. And, yeah, I'm just talking about things, the goings-on, mostly career things, but, not career thing, well, career things plus content things. I need to mention some stuff. That being, something that's, you know, affecting me in real life, that will play into what happens. But, first off, I want to say we hit 300 subs finally. We did it! Finally! After all this time! Yeah, my output has slowed down a little bit, because, you know, I want to take a back seat, and plus, work was just absolutely killing me, for like the last month and a half. But, speaking of which, I'm actually not gonna have that job anymore. So, since I'm gonna be back out on the job hunt, that means I'll have a little bit more time to spend on, creating content. So, making stuff. So, yeah. There's some stuff that already is recorded that just needs to go out, and things I have not recorded yet. But we're gonna dive into all that, soon enough. So, yeah. I'm gonna start off with, the first thing, Credit Quest. Those will be returning on the week of October 5th. So, about, like, a little over a week. We'll be getting back into it, every day. So, yeah, starting on that Sunday will be, you know what, I'll just shoot him off in order. So, yeah, starting on that Sunday, we'll have, Akatsuki Blitzkampf on the Sunday slot. If you don't know what that game is, the videos will explain. On Monday, I'll be doing, One Must Fall 2097. I don't know who left the comment for OMF initially. Let me try and find them. I don't need your help, YouTube. But yeah. There we go. Let me scroll down. Let me find it. I know someone asked. Not you. Simna Ibn Sind. That's who asked for OMF. Yeah. Simna, I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name, but yeah, on Monday, I will be doing One Must Fall 2097. So, yeah. I did not ignore your request. I was just kind of leveraging everything else, but it's gonna happen. And then speaking of requests on Tuesday, I'll be doing Hokuto no Ken. I'll actually be getting around to that game. So, yeah, that was suggested by Mugetsu. So, yeah, I'm getting to both your guys' requests. Thank you for requesting games, and me putting them in. I was able to do that, given their rosters. I was actually able to put them together, so, you know, good synergy by the two of you. I didn't think it would work, but it sure did. So, yeah. On Wednesday, I'll be playing a game called Dragoonamite. Again, if you have no idea what that is, I'll help show you what it is. That's kind of the beauty of Credit Quest, like these weird games that nobody else would be willing to talk about. But yeah, I feel like Dragoonamite is like in an extra level of obscure. Like, I don't know how, considering who made it, but, you know, that'll wait until that series. Thursday was initially going to be another game, but looking at it more and more, it's about time. I'll be doing Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, we're finally getting to VF2. I don't know what else to say, but it's about frickin' time. So yeah, I'm finally getting to those games. I was on the sequel poll that I made some time ago. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pull out my phone again. I don't think that's the game that won. I think World Heroes 2 won that poll. I do remember Maori specifically saying, of the four, he would like to see VF2 the most. Right? Where is it? Yeah, it got the least amount of percent on that poll, but Maori did vote for it, so I'll attribute that to him. You can thank him for that game. But yeah, on Friday is gonna be Rumblefish. It's not as obscure these days, but certainly still pretty obscure. And then finally on Saturday, I'm finally getting around to Samurai Showdown. It's been far too long for me to ignore Sam Show. We've been playing a lot of the more major SNK franchises as of late, so, you know, it's about time that we play Sam Show. I want to give you a very quick disclaimer about all these series. This may actually be the most difficult batch of games I've had to do. The amount of behind-the-scenes work I've had to do to make these series, you know, completable is astronomical. Pretty much every game gave me difficulty in some regard, either by the way I had to set it up or by the game itself. Sometimes both. So, yeah, it's... That's what I do for you guys. I go through hell and high water to get you guys videos. But yeah, that batch of Credit Quest will be starting on October 5th, and those will run all the way till around the end of the year. So those 7 games will be the last group of games to do Credit Quests for 2025, which I mean, that means I would have done around like 20 games in total for this year during Credit Quests. Because I don't count the first few games from the year, because those might have been rollovers from 2024. But just from games I started this year, like, it's at least like 15 plus games. Which it's like, yeah, that's pretty good for me. And like, it's all, and this time it'll be, you know, it's all controlled and all that. There's no other extra series I'm not gonna tack on. Like, it's not like Fatal Fury or Art of Fighting where I tack those on at the end of other batches. Like, you know, then this is organic, as one would say. Except I did have to cancel a game. I was going to do a Credit Quest on Asura Blade, but that did not pan out very well. That game, yeah, you guys are gonna have to fight for that one. That's a game I'm definitely gonna stall for as long as possible. I'm trying to do because it wasn't cooperating, man. It was not. So yeah, that's Credit Quest. That's kind of the big thing I want to let you know about is that the next Credit Quests, they're coming. You know, I didn't forget. Those will be coming out. Although there are a couple series I do have to mention that are going to be placed on the back burner a little bit. First being Duel of Destiny. Right now, Dan's not feeling too hot. I was supposed to see him earlier today, and he told me a little bit before we were gonna meet up that he wasn't feeling too hot. So I decided just to let him relax for the day. And you know, whenever when he gets better, I can try to do some stuff with him. Although, again, in 2026, hopefully that won't be as big of an issue. But that's more of a thing we need to discuss among ourselves and not publicly. But yeah. Also, Marathon of Misery is going to be a casualty of this because I need him for the next episode. I teased it at the end of a Microcosm. So, yeah, I can't do that Misery stream until then. I would have asked him to do it today had he been up for it, and then it would have replaced the stream, but no. I ended up going with this stream instead. So, yeah, let me get another song. Let me get more song going. I like music. It gives you something to listen to other than my dumb voice. But yeah, so those series are going to be taking a bit of a backseat. You know, nothing's happening to them. I'm gonna try my damnedest with them, but, you know, given Dan's current state of health and, you know, just, again, timing, you know, what can I really do about that, you know? That's outside of my control. However, since I'll be streaming more often, I have 2 series that I've been cooking up that will be... I'm not going to reveal what they are yet because I'm still kind of... I'm still fine-tuning them, but I do want to do a couple more stream series just to have more live stream interaction on the show. Because apart from Misery and, like, maybe, like, and, you know, doing randomizers sometimes, there was no real reason for me to get on stream. You know, Devil's Advocate is kind of up in the air as to what I want to do with it. And, you know, I'm not... Like, I do want to I do want to return to scripted content, but I still feel like in my current situation that I can't completely commit to scripted content yet, you know, but hopefully as time goes on, maybe another, like, year and a half, I'll have a little more confidence in doing scripted things. So, yeah, that settles that. So yeah, what did I miss? A series I am gonna push a little bit harder though, and I think some of you are gonna appreciate me for doing it, is Corruptions. I already have an episode of Corruptions filmed, ready to go. Or, not ready to go, but I need to edit it. But I've already filmed one, and depending on what I wind up choosing to do, I might have another one recorded. So, yeah, I definitely want to push Corruptions a little bit more. Maybe in tandem with the stream series I want to do. You know, again, I'm gonna have a little bit more time on my hands, like in between the job hunt. So, you know, apart from the credit quests are the only thing that is like rock solid, that is like definitely happening. But everything else I'm going to play kind of fast and loose with it. I do have a Corruptions episode recorded. I just need to edit it down, and that'll be good to go. And I do want to push a couple more games for Corruptions, especially since Halloween is coming. And for the last like year or two, I've been pushing Misery for the Halloween season, but this time I want to push more for Corruptions. I think getting a few more of those done will be appropriate for the time. And even if I don't get them out, like, by, like, spooky season, you know, in my opinion, Halloween should be a year-round thing, considering how much of the year Christmas is allowed to take up. So, fucking, I'm gonna do my Halloween thing whether people want me to do them or not. But I'm gonna have more of a push to get those out. And, yeah. What else do I want to say after that? That series... I still don't know what I want to do with it. I don't know. Do I... I don't know if I want to go, you know what? That might be what my game plan is. There's a video that, I'm like this close to biting the bullet and just filming. I'm gonna wait on that though, but, I think a good prelude would be a different, video entirely. So, yeah. And it'll involve my my tier list thing. I do tier lists sometimes, but I think I know what I want to do in terms of that, and it revolves around a series that definitely needs to come back. I think some of you know which one I'm talking about, but it's mostly it's a combination of things that have prevented me from doing that series in particular. But, you know, I'm gonna bite the bullet and try to get it done, because it's something that's needed to be finished for quite some time. So, yeah, I'm gonna work on that behind the scenes. It could wind up producing another Massacre video. Those are literally meant to be sporadic. But yeah, the CPU tournament. If you didn't watch the 7th Smash Ultimate CPU tournament, I do recommend you check that out, because that was a wild ride. But in terms of other CPU tournaments, again, I'm gonna hold off on doing CPU Tournament 8 until something else comes out of the wood, until some other series happen first, so that because I'm waiting on a specific thing to release to get a CPU tournament that's pretty much all ready to go to start. I'm just waiting for that to come out. And then there's another game that I do want to attempt to do a CPU tournament for, and it'll be pretty much a complete departure from all the other tournaments that I've done, but I still have to work out that whole thing. But I'm gonna try to make it happen. So yeah, highlight montages. I have a lot of material to make highlight montages with, the best credits montages. So I might wind up making a couple of those just as like stop gaps for other videos. And then pretty much all of that is settled, except for two things. One, earlier this year I did the Ken Legacy, which was an experience. And in that series I talked about, doing the same thing for Chun when she gets added to Fatal Fury. So yeah, like once they start showing stuff around for Chun-Li, which is supposed to be closer to the end of the year, I will start working on that. I already have an intro. The intro for that series is almost already finished. I'm just waiting for her Fatal Fury trailer to come out so I can add that to it. I'm preparing for it this time, as opposed to Ken, where I already had it and then they released it and I was like, oh shit, they have stuff in there that's really cool. And then I started adding it at the last possible moment, and because of that, the intro's a little janky for Ken, but it still was pretty alright. And then yeah, the outro for that's already done, thumbnails are done, titles are done, I already have that game list. Chun-Li Legacy is going to be 35 games. God help my sanity. But after that, I'll be not as insistent on pushing Legacy videos until something else strikes my fancy. So yeah. But pretty much other than that, I don't really know what else I can really talk about beside for this channel. And when I mean I don't know what to talk about for this channel, I do mean this channel specifically. If you know me, you know for a little while that I had another channel that I was making stuff with. And if I can just go ahead and put that in the description, or in the chat. Yeah. This is my other channel. I do want to get back to it sometime, since I will have more free time. I think I'm actually going to return to it. Not to say that I'll be abandoning this channel, but, you know, I have things set up to where I can strike more of a balance between them, especially as I work to get these credit quests taken care of. Like, I'll be, like, behind the scenes, the most thing I'm going to be pushing are those credit quests, especially since people did suggest games. You know, I want to get those out ASAP. But, other than that, I'll mostly just be doing whatever I think is most convenient at the moment. You know, this is a good time for me to really just flex my creativity. You know, release what I want to release. It'll almost be more akin to the good old days. You know, just releasing whatever I feel like at that particular moment, instead of being so regimented by what I can and can't do at that time. But yeah, really, I don't have much to say other than that. I prepped a lot more than I needed to for this stream, but I guess I'll have that material, just the other things I have laying around, just so that I could mess around with it after the fact. But yeah, I'll still be making appearances on Dark Aces streams every once in a while, so go check him out if you haven't already. And that's pretty much it for me. I just wanted to get on stream real quick, tell you what I need to tell you, and go about my business. And you know, I need to get back to work. But I definitely wanted to make sure that I seized an opportunity to tell you guys things that are happening, you know, as it's happening. You know, I didn't want to just start shadow dropping things and be like, well, this is happening now. You know, I want to be with you guys and, you know, engage. And, you know, if things, you know, don't wind up working, then at least I can go back and be like, this didn't work. You know, with with the other channel, I'm definitely gonna have to make a video being like, okay, half the things I said in this video, I'm not gonna do. I backpedaled a lot. But I feel like more structure will be coming since, you know, circumstances in my life are changing. I feel more of an obligation to give you the goods. Especially since we hit 300 subs, I did promise that content would be better than ever, and I want to finish this year on a high note. So yeah. Game Guy! What's going on, bro? Yeah. So yeah. In summary, Credit Quest will be coming back next week. Not next week. The week after next. Starting October 5th, will be daily uploads for the following games. Akatsuki BlitzConf on Sunday, One Must Fall 2097 on Monday, Hokuto no Ken on Tuesday, Dragoon Might on Wednesday, Virtua Fighter 2 on Thursday, Rumblefish on Friday, and Samurai Showdown on Saturday. So yeah, a pretty wide array of games. And for the most part, it's rather obscure stuff. Apart from VF2 and Sam Show, like, I'm playing some pretty obscure things. So, yeah. There's some other series that are in the pipeline that are still needing some last finishing touches. I got a much better idea of how I want to do, of how I want to take on a different project. And, shoot, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say after that? Marathon of Misery and Duel of Destiny are gonna take a bit of a backbreaker. Yeah. Day on 5 hours of sleep, so 3 separate family visited over 6 hours, cater, clean up there. Peek with a friend and a watch along, still working on my TGS links. Thank you for asking. No problem, bro. But yeah. Also disappointed by the VF6 event. Everyone was. Okay, like, I'm glad no one's released that yet, but yeah. I'm about to be laid off from my job soon. I did not do anything wrong. I will attest by that. It's, you know, I did nothing wrong. I'm not doing that whole bit. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be looking for a job, but while I do that, I'll be pushing content a lot harder. I remembered what I was gonna say, and it was gonna be Corruptions. There's a game that, I definitely should have gotten to sooner, but, that game's already recorded, it just needs to be edited down. And then there's 2 other games that, I definitely wanna push. Bonzo da Box! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I'm a just chatting streamer. I'm not a just chatting streamer. But, yeah, just doing the quick update for things. For the things and the things. Just getting people up to speed. But yeah, there are a few Credit Quest series I do want to turn into highlights. The game I really want to do is I want to make a montage for is Tekken 2, but I have to get all my footage again, and there's no real quick way for me to get all the footage from Tekken 2. So anyone who wants to help me work on that video, getting that footage for me, then bless your soul, because I could very well do it myself, but it either would be very, very time consuming, or it would be like, either way I would handle it, it would be very time consuming. But I do want to do Tekken 2 because I have all of Tekken 3's footage, and I can definitely make a montage for Tekken 3, but I don't want to leave Tekken 2 high and dry. But yeah, I do have plenty of games to make montages of. I might wind up doing a poll for like which few games I would like to make montages of, and then ask you guys which one you want to see. So that might happen in the coming days, if I remember to do it. But yeah. So yeah, I've got a lot. Like, I want to end this year off with a bang. I know I have been rather slow in terms of output as of late, but that's because of, you know, life circumstances. You know, I got over being sick and not wanting to go in way too hard. But, you know, I think enough time has passed. You know, I'm gonna get back on the grind. So, yeah. That's all I really got, man. So yeah, Chun-Li Legacy, that'll start happening pretty much when SNK allows me to start it. That's how I felt with Ken. And then with Ken, it wound up being horribly miscalculated. It was a horrible miscalculation for the Ken Legacy. So I'm gonna try to handle Chun better than with Ken, but you know, SNK's been rather bizarre with when they reveal things. So, you know, I'm also gonna have to play that by ear. But simply put, I've got a lot of material going on there, and I do have that pinned link in the chat. I do want to get back into making content for my other channel, so I'll have to do an update for then to be like effectively redacting the one update I made for it. But you know, things happen. Things certainly do happen. But yeah, in terms of consistent content, that'll be starting on the 5th. But I do also want to, you know, get back on the streaming end. I do have some other series cooking up for live streams. I just gotta put the finishing touches on the back end things. But really, once I take care of that, that's all there is to it. That's all there really is to it. So yeah, I've said my piece. I really don't have much more to add than this. Thank you guys for coming, saying hi, and yeah, we're gonna keep this train rolling. The earliest I can stream, you know, depending on how I'm feeling, is Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, but there's no guarantee that I will stream that day. But you know, I do want to try. I certainly want to try. You know, because it's better to do something and fail miserably at it than not do it at all. So, yeah. Plus, I just want to scratch this creative itch that I've been getting because of things going on. So, yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will be back soon, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.